Mark the calendar. You all need to go mark 14th of February. This is going to be a very, very, very special Valentine's to my life, you guys. I don't know if you already. Honestly, I just don't know the tune. You are nearly becoming a dumpling.
Kino did that thing. Shout out to Kino.
Welcome to Coordinating Against Terrorism. Red as fire, orange as mangoes, yellow as banana peels.
Guys, smell me.
In response to Mongo's request for advice,
What do you see? It's a smell. Delicious smell, my mahal.
Babe, really?
Guys, she licked me like there. But she didn't take her toothbrush. But that's love. That's love.
That's what?
If you love someone, even if you part with their face, it's okay.
Guys, he's always the one telling me, kiss me here.
Sapa pa rin nasa likod eh? Sapa kayo? Ayan. Okay, yes.
Same number. C7.
Going to Yala.
Yala, same.
37.
Okay. Just
You
sit
ready
down
now?
Next trend.
Next trend. Okay. Say hi.
my YouTube family, welcome. Help me enjoy this pumpkin soup jumu. Right, obviously this is not made from home. I bought this at the bakery I usually go to, Latte Bakery. It's delicious, way better than mine. The only problem is it has pepper in it. They put pepper. Come and eat with me some, drink with me some soup as we discuss the drama, the saga of D Mwango. So, JB, okay, has been going out crazy these days, attacking D. JB is having a difficult time, I guess, cleansing himself from this relationship. He's really having a hard time. Some months ago, I think it was around November of last year, he started beckoning Dee, calling her back to the Philippines, calling her attention as he went to visit Lola and saying, Dee, if you're watching this, hear me out. So he was actually, I'm sure he was trying to get Dee to help him out, maybe cash-wise, etc., since there's this thing going on that Dee has a great heart when it comes to giving money. So JB was calling out to Dee. Apparently, Dee probably did not respond to his call out, and JB must notice this new relationship with Kino, which we believe is, I believe it's not a real relationship at all. If a guy doesn't admit that he's in a relationship with a girl, there's no relationship. So Kino has never admitted it. Dee is trying to say something, but Kino always stops her from getting too far, as we noticed in the video, in the live that she put out, the latest live she put out. Okay, Kino came on, and as she was begging him, everybody was begging him to join the live, click on the link to say hello. Kino never clicked on the link. Instead, he has a video out there that says, I thought this beach never existed anymore. So he's sending out subliminal messages, clearly showing a dislike for Dee, but somehow he's still...
Dee, your brother getting married. I have two brothers. Which one exactly? Because they all have girlfriends. So which one exactly? But I don't know, but I'll be so happy, because, I can't wait to be called an auntie or something.
You're already an auntie.
Kino
what about your
entered
sister?
the chat. Yes, Kino entered the chat already. Kino, go hide somewhere and say hello. Somebody is saying Happy is here. Wow.
Collaborating with Dee. And I hope that my explanation of what Kino is really up to does not hinder him from going to Africa. and seeing the Maras as he wants to. Because I know this is one of the reasons why Kino is collaborating with D, is that his hope is he will get to Africa and he will find the hosting from this Kenyan family, which now is in jeopardy as we realize Kino has no interest in D. So Kino will be punished if he doesn't like D. In the sense that, like, what's his name? Like Ivan Tours, okay? He couldn't step foot in Nyabuanse, and that will be what will happen to Kino if D puts one and one together, just like she did to what's his name, to Ponte. So as soon as they discover they don't like them, they get kicked out. Whereas she forgets, it's been very clear all the time that this is a friendship. Okay, it is a friendship, not a love ship. So this whole thing about Valentine being in Jamaica, but it's definitely not Kino. All right, even though Kino does show the respect and their togetherness, but there's no love from Kino for D. My advice may be what she considers as negative. However, we know that we are fighting against this whole thing of positivity in light of this religion of positivity, if you will, when things are so backwards and we are saying this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. So at one point last week, I thought that D Mongo finally was feeling what shame was, because I felt as if she was shameless in so many situations. In the situation with JB,
To ride our train. Yeah. It's 16 hours. It's 16 hours from Bangkok to Yala. So because my mahal has a mission there.
Yeah, and I can't wait to get there, guys.
Yeah. So guys,
Please be sure to subscribe to our couple channel,
Yes.
D and JB Adventures. And we love you so much.
yes guys, and please subscribe to my mahal channel, D Mwango, and follow us on Instagram at Jbunai and D Mwango official, and follow
in the situation with Ponte, even, it took a long time before she finally realized, this is wrong for her. And with JB, apparently JB might have cut it off in order for her to even stop, because she wasn't behaving ladylike in that situation, and she was really selling herself short. And then she has an issue where somebody mentioned in her recent video where she's asking for advice, asking her, please sister, or please my friend, do not keep buying men. And she thought that was a negative comment, whereas this person was actually for her best.
Hey, somebody is saying stop buying love, my friend. How can you buy love? You can buy love. You can buy love. Wow, me, I'd rather have my money and not buy it anyways. If I need to buy it, that's not even possible.
You must realize, Dee, that a lot of the people who are giving you positive comments are actually not your friends, and those positive comments may be verbal irony as they watch you fail. Okay, a lot of what you call negativity is actually what, if you bother to listen to, will actually lead you to better avenues and venues. And this whole celebration about Kino here, Kino this, the tingy. Kino told you the tingy. You don't know the tingy, D Mongo. Because if you knew the tingy, you would have realized that as a lady, let Kino make his move. Don't keep making moves for him.
Honestly, I just don't know the tingo.
And apparently when you were very close to Kino, he set you straight on many occasions, and this is where I thought that you had some shame that day when I saw you crying. You had gone back to Jamaica. I know you had to leave Jamaica for your immigration papers, because I believe it's 3 to 4 months that they allow you to stay in the country, and then you have to leave the country in order to be able to come back. So I know that was the one reason that you left Jamaica. However, upon your slight return about the whole plane thing, okay, I knew why you came back. It's the same reason that you went back to the Filipinos for JB. You went back for Kino to cut the deal to travel with you, and Kino refused. And that is one of the major reasons why you are crying. And JB, by the way, I'm coming for you, JB. I am coming for you. JB went ahead and took advantage of the situation and started just like bathing you in mud on YouTube on the very same channel that you help him build. He is using that channel to just dirty you up and drag you in the streets of the Philippines.
She start talking shit about me, that I am a broke guy.
And I also notice his use of his language, Tagalog or whatever it is that the language is that they are using. He uses the language so that you do not understand. He is using your incomprehension of the Filipino language in order to really badmouth you to those Filipinos who are supporting his racism. It's really racism when it comes to JB. It's not even colorism.
Sapa pa rin nasa likod eh? Sapa kayo? Ayan.
Sorry.
Okay, yes.
Same number. C7.
Going to Yala.
So yala, same.
37.
Okay. Just
You ready now?
Next trend.
Next trend. Okay. Say hi.
It is so obvious how you did not like D, okay? I mean, poor D, she keeps running into these men who don't like her. But anyway, whatever. So it's very obvious that you did not like D in the video. And I feel so bad for D. I'm being embarrassed for this girl. She's making such a fool out of herself, throwing herself on you, and you are treating her like some kind of animal, like, get off me, get away. But anyway, let's get back to where I was going. Okay, so I feel really, really bad for D when I felt really bad for D that day when she left Jamaica, after crying, and everybody was talking about her tears. She never comes out to tell us the reality of her tears, and she leaves, and then she disappears for 2 days. So we can imagine how much crying must have gone on and how much self-building had to go on during the time of her disappearance. So she appeared this afternoon, all right, with this fake positivity and fake joviality, okay? And we saw that as she started to embarrass herself again, calling Kino, and ever since Mr. Ben, she has been laughing uncontrollably every time somebody mentions to her Kino. Obviously, D is head over heels in love with Kino.
Okay. Kino meeting up with D on the 14th February. Now I'm seeing the comment, somebody got it right. Kino on board. Of course, Kino is on board. Who doesn't know the thing? And I'm so much excited. I'm so excited. Wow, guys, I can't get enough to say. I really appreciate the fact that I met Kino in Jamaica. He's one of those people in a million. I didn't have an idea that I could meet him, honestly. But something funny, Kino's mom used to watch my videos way back, like since long ago. So when I went to Jamaica, I just don't know. I met Kino and I felt like I have met him before in life. You know those people that you meet and you're like, have we ever met before? Were we friends before? That's what really happened.
Kino is, with such disbelief, sends out this subliminal message to D. Kino never speaks directly. He always sends subliminal messages. So he goes to a beach, all right, just a few hours after D puts out her video, and he says, wow, I didn't even know that this beach still exists, which tells you Kino is appalled by D's behavior. Just like Ponte was appalled when D made videos about their relationship. So Kino obviously has no intent of having any relationships whatsoever with D, because D talks about going back to Jamaica to surprise Kino. Well, Kino just sent the message, I didn't even know that this beach still exists. Wow. He can change the title, but so far this is the title that he sent, letting us know how he feels about Dee Mwango and that fake positive video that Dee just made. All right, Dee is ravaged and she is, and that's why his decision, he says that he told her, you know, apparently the conversation was about his making a fake relationship with her and he denied her request. And that's why she was crying so much. And we see this happening over and over again with Dee. This has to stop. This has to stop. The problems with oppressed women, you're not gonna be the first and you're not gonna be the last. But the way by which you go and you approach this has to stop. You know, you have to stop making a fool of yourself. By making a fool of yourself, you are dishonoring women that are Black women, okay, that are proud of themselves. We are not the ones who don't like ourselves. We love ourselves, and that's why we come out here to talk against what you are doing. But let me talk about the positive thing that you are doing. You are indeed showing the world to stop oppressing us about marriage and about relationships. You are showing them how these men really feel about us, even when we strive to like us. You are showing them that it is not okay for women to go out and try to buy men's love or to get men to like them, that it is not okay. It's not gonna work out like that. That we, like the light-skinned women, like the white women, deserve to have the chance to be women and to be treated as women, because they are not treating you as a woman. They have defeminized you, D. They have defeminized you. So then you're like, okay, so since you cannot buy the plane ticket for Kino to travel with you, therefore you send plane tickets for your family, for your brother and others, okay? Which you should have probably thought about doing in the first place. Even if you are running away from your family, even if you are running away from your family, you need to have pride in yourself enough not to go and beg men for love. You need to have pride in yourself enough not to allow your population or your audience to persuade you to be so shameless, before men, okay? You need to have pride enough in yourself to be able to respond with calmness. If they ask you about Kino, tell them the truth. You know, Kino doesn't like me. What is so shameful about saying that Kino doesn't like you? Okay? If Kino like a light-skinned woman, let him go with his light-skinned woman. He never tried to deceive you. Do you know how many women out here are deceived by men who are racist and colorist? All right. And then who have to disprove to people and their parents who are pushing them that these guys are racist, that these guys are selling them over, because a lot of us, we don't have people to back us up. But you are backing us up, whether you like it or not, by showing a desperate girl, woman, or whatever you are, okay? Because you don't want to be a woman, a girl, whatever, okay? Who is trying to meet the social standards and keep failing over and over again because of your features. And despite your features, your overzealousness to be white, okay? To be what they like. Leave them to what they like, okay? JB, I noticed at that train station when you were all over the guy and the guy kept on telling you, stay away from me, stay away from me. And everybody, all your fans, as if they really like you, saying, oh, that's not nice, JB. The person you were hurting is not your fans, the ones who are telling you not to do it. You were hurting yourself, all right? You were hurting yourself. Somebody came on that live on that and told JB, it's not nice to keep pushing her away. If you like her, the smell doesn't matter. Even though you started with the smell, I noticed it started with you, not with JB. And then JB continued it, but in fact, it was what he wanted it to say anyway. So he enjoyed it because JB never liked D Mongo. And it hurts. It hurts when you like somebody and then, especially you're a woman, and then for you to find out this person never liked you. Okay? That's why women don't approach men. Okay? If they approach you and they never liked you, they cheat on you or whatever they do, you could at least have some dignity to prove that they had approached you. But when you approach them, you have shed all your femininity. You have shed yourself as a woman. Okay? Don't do that, D Mwango. You are a Black woman. Be prideful of your Blackness. Okay? You just prove that you went to try to get a Black man. Okay? We all know the Black man doesn't like you. He even called you filthy when you went to the river and you were dressed 3/4 naked in front of his cousin. And you asked him, "What is the name of this river?" You were wearing a blue bikini. He told you right there, Blue Filth River. You repeated it several times like you didn't understand that he was demeaning you, that you are filthy and wearing blue in a filthy way, half naked in front of his cousin. You did not get it, D. I cry for you, D. I cry for you. I cry my eyes out for you, D. I cry tears, heavy tears for D Mongo. You are drowning in a sea of blindness and ignorance, D Mongo. Have some shame, girl.
I don't think she will burn it because my cousin is here, giving an eye, right?
All right.
So I'm going to see what the lobster is saying.
Okay.
But Kino is not in the least bit in love with D Mongo. Kino tolerates D Mongo, but he is not in love with D Mongo. So before D Mongo goes and makes her next mistake, all right, and I have a whole philosophy about her constantly making mistakes. But before she goes and makes her next mistake by trying to win Kino, we're going to tell her to stop right there, D. Stop right there, D. Leave Kino to be Kino. You know the thingy well, so why are you trying to push the thingy where the thingy doesn't belong? Let Kino be for the sake of your own honor as a woman. Is it bad luck that D has with men? Why is it that she keeps falling in love with the wrong guys? No, D doesn't have bad luck with men, okay? D Mwango does not have bad luck with men. The problem with D, okay, is her horrible decisions when it comes to men. All right? And it is on her quest, of course, to have a family because she has mentioned already 2 to 3 times that she wants a family. She cannot wait to start her family. There's no question about that. She wants a family.
Somebody says you are getting married. Of course, it's a dream to get married. Who doesn't want to get married? For me, it's my dream to get married. But if there's something that I'll never rush in my life is to get married. Trust me. You'd rather be...
Since JB, she was eager to get married as soon as she met JB. D is just making stuff up. D does not sit to read people, to read the course of a relationship. D does not know the tingo. Even though D tells you she knows the tingo, she doesn't know the tingo. She doesn't know the tingo. She doesn't have the patience to know the tingo. So she jumps into relationships because of the pressure or the push that she gets from her audience or maybe even from people around her. Okay, and of course from her culture, because for us women, all of us, most of us had to go through the pressures of we have a certain time within our lives to get married and to start families. They tell you, oh, the clock is ticking. I used to be called hard to get. I used to be called, it used to be told to me that, oh, I pushed men away. Okay, but the thing is, I knew the tingo. I knew the tingo because I knew the colorism. So if I delayed in dating, it was because I knew the tingo. Yes, I could have dated super early at age of 14, but again, I don't know. Even at 14, I knew that I wanted somebody who knew me. You know, not somebody who was going to allow like my church congregation to slander me and then take that slander and say, oh, since everybody's talking about it, let's just make it happen. So I cussed that person out, even though that person used to uh, make my heart flutter. I used to wish like I could faint every time he went nearby. And I'm sure we would have made a great couple, and we were in the same church, same community, knew each other, same nationality, no issues. And he was like 5 years older, you know, no issues. But the problem was the person didn't know me better to allow for the friendship, so that in case I am being oppressed in any society in the future, that he would stand by me. Okay? Dee doesn't think in such manner that I thought about it when I was 14. Dee sees a guy. The guy seems to be there for her all the time. And, well, this is the case of the Tingo. Kino, okay? He is there for her all the time, protective of her. Everybody tells him he's a good catch, tells her he's a good catch. Mr. Ben calls him her boyfriend. And all of a sudden, Dee is taking control that this guy has to be hers. Okay, so she came back, even though he did whatever it is that she wanted from him, be it a business deal like she did with JB, he refused. And she still don't know the tingo because now she keeps calling his name. So he comes into her chat while she is doing her live. He comes in and she is excited, celebrating. But does he go to the link? No, she had to know the tingo. She still didn't know the tingo, but she got the tingo a little bit because she calmed down. She stopped because this guy, it's as if he came into her chat to listen to her. He came in to listen to, because somebody must have said, hey, Kino, this girl is doing you like she did to Ponte. Okay, you'll wake up the next day and everybody will be saying that you are boyfriend and girlfriend when you're not. So this is why Kino came into that chat to find out what is it that Dee is saying about him.
Hey, Kino in the building. Guess who is in the building? Kino. Oh, Kino, come and say hello. Kino, there's a link right here, so you come click it. Let me put it. Kino, come and say hello. Come. Let me know if you are in a position of saying hello. Let me know, Kino, if you are in a position of saying hello, you click on that link, Wagwan. You know the tingo. Huh? You click on it and say hello to us. We all missed you on my channel. So you can come and say hello. Okay?
And Dee stopped. She stopped giving people impression that they're together, and then she changed the subject and started focusing again. But prior to his coming into the chat, she was leading them into thinking that he's the surprise on Valentine's. And this is not her first time mentioning Valentine's, because she did try before. And this is why she came back to Jamaica. She said she's going to stay in Jamaica because she plans to have Valentine's Day in Jamaica for whoever this poor man is that she selected to surprise. Okay? And everybody is guessing that the guy is Kino. But then she mentioned something else about an empress, that her surprise has to do with an empress coming to town. So since Kino seems to be the subject of her laughter, we suspect that the empress is coming from UK, which is Kino's mother, who has been observing Dee Mwango for a long time.
The other time I was doing a live stream, I said 12th. It's not supposed to be 12th. It's supposed to be 14th of February. The haters will be ready. Let me tell you guys, the best way to kill your haters or enemies is to kill them with success. Show them light. Be happy. All right? Do what makes you really happy. You know, keep working hard, keep grinding, and they're going to hate themselves even more. You know, they don't even like themselves. So how do you expect them to like you?
So apparently it seems as if will be getting married this weekend. this coming weekend on the 14th, or this week. All right, on the 14th for Valentine's Day, Aymara might be getting some kind of official marriage with his Argentinian girl. So this is really outrageous. You know, this whole thing with colorism is just getting more and more and more climatic. So Aymara finally found his Muzungu wife, which he is supposed to be getting married soon with. But nevertheless, whether she senses a little tinge from Kino or not, the idea is, since they are not officially together, you know, and Kino is not giving us any vibe of interest, Dee should calm herself down. She should go and take a few cold showers and calm herself down and be on her merry way to promoting her channel and being happy as she is, instead of rather trying to create this havoc that she has already created 2 times, and now both men are ravaging her name.
Hey, she started talking about me, that I am a broke guy. She start talking about shit about me, that I am a broke guy, because maybe she saw the video that I posted on my Instagram about my ex-fiancé. That is my ex-fiancé, guys. That is not my current in the relationship. I am still single now. I'm still single and available. So I have no time. After my ex, guys, after my ex-fiancé, I promised to myself that I will not be in a relationship again. Then here she comes. Then she start maybe she start courting at me. She always date on me. We do coffee. She always asks for my time to go to her apartment. Then she always out me on the date. Maybe she started courting at me, and I don't have any idea at that time. Then after that, then I told, even her knows that I want to be single forever. Then she was shocked that time. Yeah, I was then as what I already discussed that. I already discussed that in my previous vlog. Yeah. And last day, I've heard that she talked about it. Then last time she talked shit about again. She talked shit about me again. That I am a broke guy.
It appears that JB's rage is from jealousy, that D Mongo actually found a man like Kino who treated her better than he did. Kino is not insinuating a relationship with D, but he does give her the kind of protection that she needs. Just like having an older brother or somebody like that, you know, who protects you and is not going to use you. And so JB could use D. So it's killing him inside because apparently Kino isn't using her. While Kino may keeps his reservation about what he doesn't like about D, he does not use her for money. At least it is not apparent that he is using her, starting couples channel, all of that. He doesn't do that. He keeps his respect in that way. Whether he's married or have kids or not, the thing is, he has never admitted to having a relationship with D, so he's not selling himself cheap. JB actually sold himself like some kind of male prostitute to D. And while he didn't like the girl, he allowed her to just make a fool out of him as she made a fool out of herself. So it may be embarrassing for JB what has happened between D and Kino, and that being among the reasons why he's coming out. But he's embarrassing himself even more in what he has to say. Who cares if the girl says that you're a broke guy? It is so immature for you to come out and, oh, you're fighting against it. The bottom line is you are bettering yourself off of a woman's money. That's disgusting. Okay? That's not a manly thing to do. Do men do it? Yeah, there are a lot of male gigolos out there who will use women for money, particularly older women. But you chose a black woman. And the worst part of it is you continue to make of yourself, I guess, of a gigolo, because you are letting everybody know, I'm free, I'm available, I'm single. And then He mentions girls who apparently did not have that kind of relationship with him, such as African Tigress and Chireno. So it's almost as if he realizes that these African women or these Kenyan women have the potential to make money, and he is putting himself out there, selling himself, so that they can come and buy him as a single available man. Or is he hoping secretly that Dee would come back? Realizing that Dee is a very successful woman, especially after he had beckoned her to pay his attention. The other thing is he may be angry because after he had beckoned Dee's attention a few months ago by going to Lola's, etc., he may be angry that Dee is not turning back to look his way, to give him credit. Now, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe she did, but we don't know. Based on what he's doing, he wants his views out of her. He wants to squeeze whatever he can out of her. And of course, it doesn't look good because Kino seems to be a better man than he. This is what, for me, is the problem with JB.
Okay. Last 3 months, guys, as you remember, last 3 months, I do live about my ex, So I don't want to mention her name because I already forget her. Okay, so last 3 months I do live because she mocked on me. She mocked on me that I am garbage. I am garbage bin. I am a trash can, a poor guy, a very broke guy, a very very poor Filipino guy. So that was him. Then I answered all of that. Then I give her a warning. That's if you want me to force to say everything about you, don't force me because it might be make your career down. So after that, as you can observe, guys, she did not speak about me. She did not make any video about me because I know and she knows that I have all the proof who says lie and who says the truth. So I disregarded. I already forget that what happened last 2023.
JB was trying to explain to us, like we're idiots, that D is a gold digger. Is he a poor guy, a broke guy, or is D a gold digger? Well, the gold digger turns out to be you, JB. And you are treating her like some kind of animal, like, get off me, get off me, get off me, get away. You know? But as soon as she says, oh, please subscribe to our couples channel, then all of a sudden, he's patting her. The same girl that he was just pushing away at 1 minute, he's patting her when she starts advertising the business they have together, which is their couples channel. So you are the gold digger. You're the one who is waiting for her to use her popularity to get you some cash flow, okay? What did she get out of it? And she's hoping, like, maybe this guy will love me. When you know that you don't love her, who's the gold digger here? And that, you know, I'm ashamed. As much as I'm ashamed for D, I'm ashamed for you. I mean, how do Filipinos look at you as a man? You are talking about her not behaving like a woman. That's for us to judge. But for you to so shamelessly expect her to provide the money, she as the woman, you want her to be the breadwinner, okay? You want to use her for money. I usually hear women doing that to men. Like, you know, in Africa, that's, you know, shame on you. You should be ashamed to even show your face on here, JB. I mean, you don't even have any scruples that you're using a woman for money, that you are waiting for a woman to provide money from you. If you say that Asians, the men are the ones who are supposed to be the breadwinner, why the heck were you encouraging to enjoy the money by a woman? Why did you let her pay for your parents, your whole family to go on this field trip? And you were enjoying it for your birthday. It just so happened to be your birthday. All right? Around the time that she was spending money and money and money. If you were a real man, you would have stayed away from her because you realize that she's not behaving in the woman manner where you're the one who's supposed to be providing rather than her. So you were letting her provide, okay? So if she's not behaving womanly, you weren't behaving manly. You were the woman and she was the man. Shame on both of you, JB. Shame, shame, shame. And the worst thing is she doesn't really talk about that. She just calls you broke. So what? She calls you broke. Live with it. All right? Oh my God. JB, you need to get some masculinity in yourself, okay? And she doesn't seem to have any shame. So even after she was crying, I thought, oh my God, this girl finally feels shame. She is crying uncontrollably. The girl still has no shame. She still does not know the tingo. So, what do I have to say about this? Well, Dee is asking for advice, and she is not the only one because she is displaying something that many young women may display in their teens and in their 20s, and maybe some women even in their 30s. Okay, so this thing that she is experiencing, we all are faced with it, but we may deal with it in different ways in our avenue of becoming mothers, becoming housewives, becoming a member, building our own families. Okay, so she is taking it wrongly because she is not reading people enough. She is just taking control, and then it comes to bite her because she loses her femininity in the process of doing such. And in such process, she downgrades us Black women who may have some sort of shame about us or reservation about our characters when it comes to relationships. So Dee Mwango doesn't understand this and keeps making a fool of herself based on what others are telling her to do. Further, her success on YouTube blinds her completely from the reality of the discriminations that surrounds her. She doesn't seem to understand colorism. She doesn't seem to understand racism. She doesn't realize that these boundaries have to be fought in very shrewd manners. She is overconfident, or at least she displays an overconfidence that destroys her character and the characters of women of her kind. Like, women who have the same features, the same phenotypes as she. As certain women approach certain ages, many societies push us into marriage and ignore the fact that we may be products of discrimination. Certain relatives will act as if you are the one pushing men away and push you toward racists who scorn you. At first, it may be easy to ignore them and return the scorn that these men are exhibiting. When we are young, it's easy. We have all the time in the world. But as we get older, it becomes more difficult for us to ignore them, especially when the pattern keeps repeating. So sometimes we are forced to have to prove to them because they are so persistent that the problem is with us, that we have to prove to them that the problem is not. And this is where I embrace Dee Mwango's theme in her videos, because her overzealousness for relationships, all right, for love affairs, actually show us the reality that many of us women who are oppressed may undergo. Some of us do fall prey like Dee Mwango. Dee Mwango reminds me of my younger sister who loved to be around the elite. So she always surrounded herself by a group of girls who were in the circle of one mulatto girl in our community, because that made them elite. So one day I discovered the racism of this mulatto girl when she came to my house with deodorant, my mother's house, with a deodorant that she bought for my sister. In other words, telling me that my sister smelled and that she needed deodorant. When I approached my sister about it, my sister thought I was the problem and continued this friendship, actually lauding the girl for us helping her. Okay? Well, this smell, by the way, it reminds me of JB. Remember JB and the little jokes he had exchanged with D about smell?
Our travel. Our boarding time. Yeah, our boarding time is 2:30, but we have 10 minutes. I guess 7 minutes. Maybe I need to go to the washroom. Yeah. So, guys, we are here for almost 6 hours. Yeah, and my boyfriend haven't taken shower. She said to me that I smell good even if I don't take a shower. Then I said to her, I hope you too. What is a joke? My mahal smells so good. I hope. I hope you so. I hope so. No, it's a joke, man. She smells so good. Even if she don't take a shower. Oh my God. I hope she don't take a shower because she smells so good. So there's some music there. We don't know about what she's talking.
Okay. Now, this sister of mine continued her behavior even in adulthood, in her 20s when we were in college. This girl, every time I would sever friendships with somebody for whatever nuances, because I'm just that sensitive, she would follow these people, become great friends with them, and then try to shame me by, pushing me back onto them or pushing them back onto me. It's like even my ex-boyfriend, okay, in college. This girl gave him my phone number to reconnect with me, okay, shaming me when I had already shown that I had shame enough to stay away from such people. Okay, so this is what Dee Mwango does. But for her, she does not stay away unless the person completely sends them away. She doesn't read through the lines. She doesn't know the tingo. So anyway, Dee Mwango reminds me of my younger sister who seemed to lack shame and was as blinded to discrimination. She hangs around the popular crowd at such cost. Dee was blinded to Ponte when he kept on making fun of her hair, particularly her hair, and assimilating her to a man, because of her features. All right. And worst of all, when the relationship broke off, she erased all the videos. So we do not have proof to show her mistakes. Now she made the mistake of doing a couples video with JB and could not erase the video. So JB has all the videos that we can show her mistakes with JB. Now, what lesson can we take away from Dee Mwango? Dee Mwango's YouTube channel is an excellent tool for us to use to learn and to see how women like us have to deal with discrimination. She shows us how we struggle to show the world about people discriminating against us. She is showing us this is what they're doing. This is what these guys are doing to us. You see, we're not the ones pushing them away. In fact, we even pay them. And yet they will still discriminate. So Dee Mwango is showing us colorism. Okay? And we give her prop for that. She is showing us colorism even though she is denying that. Hello? Whoa. I am actually in the Holocaust room. And interestingly enough, there is this hologram in front of me that started talking as I'm talking. Color red as fire, orange as mangoes, yellow as banana peels, cream as vanilla, white as snow, red light as the day, orange tan as copper, yellow as vanilla colored, brown as vanilla, white dark as snow, light black as the day, tan as copper, as indigo, colored the spectrum, brown as shades as dark as only shades, black as tar, blue as indigo, colors of the spectrum, only shades apart, only shades.
Here's our profile picture on YouTube. Wow.
Yes.
You want to know who I What?
You.
Oh, you!